For decades, the technology industry operated on a reliable trajectory. Every year, devices became faster and more capable, while the price of entry dropped, making high-performance computing a baseline commodity. Today, that trajectory is breaking. The $1,000 baseline laptop is disappearing from inventory. Wait times for automotive safety sensors are stretching into years. Even basic household routers are shipping with lower-grade components than their predecessors. Typical market cycles or temporary supply chain delays fail to explain the scale of these shifts. Instead, trillion-dollar corporations have begun outbidding the general public for the raw material of the digital age. As capital pivots towards industrial AI, the consumer market is facing a systemic scarcity of the hardware required for modern life. This scarcity is rooted in the finite capacity of global fabrication plants. These facilities represent the only infrastructure capable of printing the high-end processors that run our world. The process begins with high-grade silicon wafers. There is a hard physical limit on how many of these wafers can be produced, creating a zero-sum environment for every industry that requires a chip. Factory owners face a specific choice: use limited production to print 10,000 standard consumer chips, or produce one highly specialized memory stack for an AI cluster. Because AI components command massive margins, the financial incentive has shifted. Manufacturing for the general public is becoming an inefficient use of factory floor space. The market has calculated that providing affordable machines to the masses is no longer the most profitable path forward. This shift centers on the massive data centers powering large language models. These facilities act as a gravity well, pulling the physical building blocks of technology away from consumer goods. We see the results in the laptop market. As memory costs rise, producing a functional budget machine is becoming a mathematical impossibility. By the end of this year, a standard workstation may require a $1,500 investment just to clear the baseline. The impact extends to essential infrastructure. Critical medical hardware, like heart monitors, must now compete for the same diminishing supply of silicon that is being routed into AI development. In the automotive sector, repairs for specialized safety systems are being delayed for years. The chips required for these vehicles are being reallocated to higher-margin enterprise projects, effectively turning your car into a hostage. To maintain margins on consumer goods, the industry is increasingly using low-grade, leftover silicon for home hardware. This results in routers and cameras that cost more while offering less reliable performance. These are the measurable symptoms of a single, coordinated pivot in the global technology market. This environment is creating a silicon desert, a reality where functional technology is transitioning from a common tool into a high-tier luxury. We are seeing a two-tier reality emerge, one where access to the latest computing power belongs to an elite class, while the majority of the population is left to maintain aging hardware. This graph illustrates the biological tax, the rapidly increasing entry-level price required for a human being to participate in modern society. As baseline costs for working and connecting spike, standard participation becomes unaffordable for the average user. This reflects a broader industrial philosophy. The market currently values the training of AI models more than the individual people who use them.
Evidence of this shift is already visible in the rising price tags of everyday tech, which have outpaced wage growth and standard inflation for several consecutive quarters. Given these constraints, the most practical path is a shift toward preservation. The priority must be maintaining and protecting the hardware you currently own. If the current trajectory of silicon allocation continues, the high-performance machine you use today may eventually become a luxury that the average consumer can no longer afford to replace.